welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm glad to have you, girl, and I hope you stick around for the rest of this video and maybe check out a few more. So today I really wanted to do a video. I really wanted to like get in there, and I wanted to like do all these videos of like how we've prepared for Caleb and how different this one might be now that we're having a second, all the organizing stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I'm 36 weeks now and your girl's tired. So now I'm making me a coffee at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go sit outside while Tatum is taking his nap. And I figured we would do a sit down video, and I'm just gonna plug videos in, and I'm gonna show you what we've done to prepare for baby number 2 around the house and for him, and how easy I think this might be for like transition wise, bringing him home now that we're a little bit more prepared. So let me finish my coffee, get that ready, and then we're gonna go outside and chat. This is nice. This is really, it's like 90 degrees outside, but we did this huge umbrella over the back, and it's literally the size of our entire patio. If you've seen our like back porch revamp thing that we did, so it shades the entire porch. So I figured this would be nice to come out here and just kind of chat. But I got my water, I got my coffee. Does anybody else feel like that's the story of their life while they're pregnant, or even while they're like a mom? I feel like I'm drinking my water because I'm trying to stay hydrated, and I'm drinking my coffee because I'm trying to get through the day. I don't know what's happening. But I wanted to start this video because when I was pregnant with Tatum, I completely like YouTubed everything about what would I need once we brought him home, what would I need to take to the hospital. And now that we're having Caleb, I hope I said Caleb the first time, my mind, or Tatum the first time, my mind's all over the place. But now that we're having Caleb, I'm like, okay, I feel like there's definitely not as much that I felt like I needed when I was bringing Tatum home. So today my nesting, actually for the last 2 days, my nesting has definitely kicked in. So we have gone ham on cleaning the house. We have dust, vacuum, cleaned the bathrooms, emptied out the trash cans, and started sterilizing the bottles, cleaning windows, just getting the house nice and clean. I think that's one of my biggest tips that I can give when you're getting ready to bring baby home, is to just get your house nice and clean and even stocked, so that once baby gets home, it's already done, whether you do it yourself or you have somebody come in and clean it for you. But it's just nice to come home to a clean house. It's one less thing to worry about, so that you can just kind of get into the groove of baby. So one of the things that we also did this time that we didn't necessarily do last time was that we went to BJ's today and went ham. We got toilet paper, we've got paper towels, detergent, softener, dish detergent, the little sprinkles that go in the washer machine. I stocked up on chapstick. I stocked up on candles because they relax me. You know what I mean? But we just went ahead and stocked up on all of the little things, trash bags, paper plates, things like that. Things that you just don't really think too much about whenever you are preparing for baby. You're thinking more about what to bring home for them. But it was so nice that the little bit that we did have with Tatum, it got us through my maternity leave, because I didn't have to worry about going out all the time because we needed this or we needed that. And it just helped a lot. So that was my big thing, is make sure you get your house nice and clean, and go ahead and stock your house up on things that you think that you might need. That way too, Josh is not really getting a maternity leave this time, so I can't really have him here that if I need something to drive out and go get it. So definitely do that. The other thing that we did was also prepare Tatum stuff. So like throughout our house, we have a trash can and little basket in the half bath that we use downstairs to keep his diapers and stuff in, extra wipes, I've got a caddy in the hall closet that I keep his shoes, extra jackets, things that he needs when he goes to his sitter's house that I can just restock and pull from. Same thing in his bathroom, just making sure all of his towels and washcloths are under there. He's got his soap, he's got his diapers, wipes, clothes are hung up, and things are just ready and organized for his space, so that it also makes it easier on us, because those things are already equipped and ready to go once baby gets home. One thing that we did was we made his little kitchen. He loves the kitchen, and the kitchen has worked out like a charm, girlfriend. We did that thing. It's an Ikea hack that we did, and I added running water to it, as well as a mini fridge, and I put all of his silverware and dishes and things like that in there, so he has been able to go over there, get his snacks. He's been washing his hands. Oh my God, blow my mind. He was over here playing with Play-Doh today, and his hands got dirty. He got up, he turned his water on, washed his hands, dried them off, turned the water off. It was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I was so proud, but it's given him that independence so that I didn't have to do that for him. And I think we can all agree that when you bring baby to number 2 home, and you're holding baby and baby's crying and you need to feed baby, and tot number 1 needs this and needs that, I think that's going to be a huge blessing to have in the house. So definitely excited about that one too. Let me get me some coffee. Give me a little sip. If I get out of breath, it's normal, girl. If you're new and this is your first pregnancy and you stumble across this video, be prepared that after like 7 or 8 months, when your child clicks on all of your organs, it makes it a little hard to breathe, but you'll be okay. It's okay. Okay, so next up, a few things of what we did to get ready for Caleb. And a lot of this will have to do with organization and little tips and things that I've done in his room and our kitchen. So let's start in the kitchen. In the kitchen, I have made a specific drawer just for his bottles. And there's 2 reasons that I did this. One, we use Dr. Brown's bottles, but I have some that are a little bit older generation than some of the newer ones. So I really wanted to make sure that this drawer was completely organized. And that way, whether it's myself, my husband, or my mom, who's going to be here for about a week and a half, they know exactly which parts go with which bottles. And it's all in a drawer. It's closed up. We used to keep them in a cabinet in our kitchen, which is completely fine. We just don't have the space here. Like, all of our dishes are taking them up. So I decided to do the drawer. So one thing that I recommend that we did is we have this tray thing. And it's a sterilizer for the bottles, the nipples, the parts, all of that. And you just put it in there with a little bit of water, and you put it in the microwave for like 2 or 3 minutes, and it helps sterilize your bottles. So I would wash the bottles first, wash all of the different parts, put them in the little container, pop them in the microwave, bring them out, and then put them on the cute little grass drying rack for everything to dry. And then once everything has dried, I can just put them directly into the drawer in the kitchen, and everything's already there. It's super easy, and it's right underneath where we have our bottle maker. Let me tell you something, okay? First of all, do not come at me about breastfeeding, and I already know all the things, and do not come at me about having a bottle maker, because let me tell you something, girl, that thing saved my life my first pregnancy. And if your child ends up having colic and is crying all the time, you're going to want anything that you can to make your life easier. I was lucky enough that someone passed it down to me, and it was the best thing between that and having diapers that turn blue when your child pees. Okay, let's be honest. Absolutely love that thing. I hate that I won't have another child just because I won't be able to use it again, okay? But it sits on the counter. You fill it up with your formula. You fill it up with water. It's like a Keurig for your bottles. You can set the setting on it, and you can continue to change the settings as you need more when the baby gets bigger. Genius, okay? So we've got that set up in the kitchen, and I'll put a specific place wherever we're going to end up putting the formula and things like that. For his room, now, I did not have the opportunity to really do this for Tatum's room because he was on a different floor than us, and I did not feel comfortable with that when I brought him home, so he stayed in our room in his own little crib, like bassinet thing, and I stocked the entire room for that. This time, all of our rooms are upstairs, so I'm only within a few feet of where Caleb will be sleeping. And I decided at some point, rather than having him in our room like we were going to do with Tatum, to actually try and keep him in his room as much as possible, for no other more than the reason that Tatum, we do bath time at night, and he comes and he gets in our bed around like 7 or 7:30. That's just a routine that we have with him. We snuggle, we watch dump trucks, and we kind of just wind down. And I want to keep him on a schedule and routine that he's used to, and I don't want him to feel like he's being like shunned out of our room because the baby has to go to sleep or anything like that. So I want to keep that time for him. So I have set up Caleb's room. You'll notice that one of the biggest things that is like organized is the Ikea dresser. Love that dresser. If you live near an Ikea, get it. It wasn't really a pain to put together. It's just a little time consuming. My husband put it together for us. But in the top 4 drawers, I've got the essential things like you'll need: diapers, extra wipes, little socks and booties, a couple of different things for clothes, butt paste, just the little necessity things in the top drawers. And then as you come down, I've got clothes, I've got extra medicines, a thermometer, and then throughout the drawers I've also got swaddle blankets, the Halo swaddle sacks. Love those. Those are amazing if your child likes to be swaddled. Luckily Tatum did, and we had Tatum kind of in the winter months, so it stayed fairly cold. So it was nice that I would just put him in a short sleeve onesie and then swaddle him, and he slept like a baby. You get it? So my intention is to try and do everything like I did with Tatum, but with the understanding that he is his own personality and he may not like things that Tatum did, but that's totally fine. I'll just figure it out. But another thing that I got that I'm really excited about when it comes down to clothing is a follower of mine, actually she's kind of become a friend now, sent me some of these long sleeve onesies that have the mitts on them. I absolutely recommend them. We used them with Tatum as well. But when he first comes home, he'll have the little nails, and I don't really trim them in the beginning because they're so soft. So they have built-in little mitts that you can just fold over and put his little hands in there so he doesn't scratch his face and things like that. So we organized the dresser, and then throughout like where the chair is, I added a couple of extra little blankets, and you'll see a little moonlight that I used even in Tatum's nursery, where it's got a dimmer on it so that if I need to get up in the middle of the night and go to his room and feed him, it's a very soft light. It can be either LED or a warm light, and it's nice because it just turns on enough light so that I can see what I'm doing, but not enough to fully wake him, which I like. Don't come at me, bro. I don't do bees. And then over to his closet, a lot of things that we asked for, we had like a baby sprinkle, and I know somebody's gonna ask me what that is. So a baby sprinkle is basically like you have a baby shower and then you have a baby sprinkle. So with child number 2, we obviously did not need a whole lot. I saved everything, and I was so lucky that I'm having another boy because I barely had to buy like any clothes or things like that. I bought a few things. I needed to. He needs some of his own fresh stuff. But a baby sprinkles more so just to kind of like get you a few things that like you need, like diapers, wipes. A lot of people got us little medicines like the gas drops and infant Tylenol, just in case we go through the ear infection stage that Tatum had. You know, little things like that. It's more so we really needed diapers and wipes. So you'll notice in the closet, that's all his closet is for, is diapers, wipes, and extra stuff that we're going to need. Don't get me wrong, I love Pinterest. I love these pretty pictures of these newborns' closets, and they got all the little clothes hung up on the things, and all the little shoes and the little bows and this and that, and this closet just looks decked out, like stuff everywhere, but it's all organized. But let me tell you something, honey. Realistically, it ain't gonna look like that when you've been there 3 months and it's pure chaos in your house. You're gonna get tired of hanging those clothes up. Those bows won't be clipped on the thing because your husband ain't gonna be able to figure it out. He's gonna get sick of it, and he's just gonna lay them on the counter. That closet will not stay like that forever. So for me, I skipped over the entire hanging up his clothes. Honestly, I wash them in a scent-free detergent. I really love Drift if you want one that does have a small scent to it. If not, just get the Tide unscented. At this point, we don't even wash our clothes in scented stuff. That way we can wash our stuff with the, like Tatum's and Caleb's will be able to be washed together. And then if we do want a scent, we sprinkle some stuff in for us. You know what I mean? But really, I don't even fold them all neat. I fold his stuff in half and I roll it. And then I tuck it in the drawer. That's it. Because it's quick, it's easy. I hate having to fiddle with stuff, pulling it off the counter, especially too, I can't walk. If I'm changing his clothes and he's on the changing table, I'm not going to walk over to the closet and try and pick out what he's going to wear and then pull it off or whatever. It's just easier to have everything in the drawer, organized right there. You can just pull it out and it's easier for your husband. Okay, and the easier we make things on them, the easier things are for us. Okay, so I'm going to save the closet stuff for when they're teenagers and I need them to actually put things away. But that's what's in there. And then skip over to our room because I did want to set our room up just a little bit because I am scheduled to have a C-section if he does not come sooner, because at this point, we just don't know. I have this really deep feeling he might come early. I don't know why, but it's just a feeling. So we did set our room up as well. I bought this shelf from Ikea that has the little baskets in it. A lot of people use them in craft rooms or their closets. Great for stores. So it's got little bins on it. And with the bins, in each individual bin, I've put like some burnt cloths. I've put little dabbers. We always like dab their little butts and stuff when we change their diapers, so because some of the wipes can tend to be very, very wet, and then the diapers just hold in the moisture. So we've always been those parents that kind of go around and dry everything off before we put the diaper on, because it just seems like the thing to do. And then I've got, what else? I've got some little bibs, I've got diapers, wipes, clothes, and then an extra bin down at the bottom that also has diapers and wipes as well. I've got the pack and play in there because if I do end up having a C-section instead of a VBAC, then I won't be able to really get up and down too much. So the pack and play will be in there that I can just lay him in and we can take naps throughout the day, because I'm sure I will. I've got his boppy lounger, and then I may honestly even at some point, depending on how it goes, once my mom leaves, I might even move the bottle maker up to our room. We did that with Tatum as well, just because it was easier and more convenient for me when I'm here by myself. So we'll see how that goes. But just a few things in our room that we can have that are nice and organized, and just kind of stocked so that it's easier, you know. And then lastly, I've already packed our hospital bags. I did a video on that as well. So my hospital bag, Caleb's diaper bag, and then Josh still has to pack his bag. But you know what I didn't even think about is I was laying in bed one night, it was like 10 o'clock, and I was like, okay, what if I do go into labor before my scheduled C-section? I hadn't even thought that I needed to pack Tatum a bag. So like right now the plan is that he would go to his sitter's house. It would be scheduled. We show up, I give her his bag, and she's got pretty much everything she needs for him. But if for some reason I do go into natural labor, he needs a bag. That way, just in case he can't go to her house, he can go to our parents' house, or one of them. So I did go ahead and pack him a bag that has different changes of clothes, his jammies, a few toys just in case he ends up not going to her house, his tablet with pre-downloaded shows on it that he likes from here, because they may not have Disney Plus or, you know, certain things that he likes to watch. So I did go ahead and download his tablet with a few of his little favorite shows, diapers, wipes, his toothbrush, his shampoo, anything that I could pack that he would typically use at home to also make him feel more comfortable. His blanket, and then last minute we'll also throw in Dodo, which is his little stuffed animal, and probably even let him take his pillow, because I want him to be comfortable, especially if he stays with one of our parents, because he's never spent the night with them. So I want him to be nice and comfortable as far as that goes. But I think we're pretty well set at this point. And I think that we have definitely cut back on a lot of the things that we didn't use with Tatum. There was a lot that you just don't need. So I would say the best advice that I could give is just make sure that your house is ready to go. It's nicely stocked, clean, everything's organized, you're ready. And then don't worry too much about the little knick-knack things. You can get them as you go. If you need them, like, you know, schmancy stuff, I don't know, you know, stuff that you really just don't end up needing. My child didn't even end up liking a swing, you know. So I hope this video helps. I hope the little video clips over here to the side have helped kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what we've done. If so, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It really supports my channel and lets YouTube know that my viewers enjoy my content so that more people are likely to see them. You can also visit me on leannamichelle.com or well, actually you could just go there. That'll take you to my Facebook, Instagram, all the bells and whistles. But again, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below what are some of your must-haves that you needed. And I will see you in the next one. Love y'all. Okay, bye.